YouTube, what is good? Welcome to another video. As you can see behind me, I got boxes, man. I'm about to move out of my apartment. About to take on another journey, man. And it's been real. I'm about to talk about what's next for me and just my time here in this amazing apartment in Phoenix. As you can see over there is the Footprint Center. Went to some games, some concerts this year, man. And I'm gonna miss this view for sure. I'm definitely gonna miss this view. Definitely gonna miss living here, but greater things are calling. So these are the last moments in this apartment. And it's been real, man. Just doing my final little walkthrough. I had a lot of great moments in this apartment and truly blessed to have been able to do this and live here for a whole entire year and just get the experience living in a skyrise apartment, because something I never thought I'd be able to do. And I was able to do it because of trucking, honestly. And it has been a major blessing. So it is officially official. I am out of Phoenix. I am out of my apartment, and it's time for a new chapter. If you're watching this video, man, comment TRF new chapter, because my life is changing. It's changing fast, and I'm very humbled. I'm very blessed, and I'm very optimistic about the things that are changing in my life. About a year ago, I moved out to Phoenix, and I'm making this video just to share with people how you have to take risk, how you can't be afraid to make money, how you can't be afraid to spend money, how you can't be afraid to care what people think or what people say about you. I moved out to Phoenix. I never thought that I would leave Michigan. I'm from Michigan, right outside Detroit. And my whole life, up until I got in a truck and up until I actually moved out of Michigan, I never thought that I would leave Michigan. I was actually scared to leave Michigan. You know, I was gonna leave my family. I was gonna leave my home. I was gonna leave everything that I was used to. But I started trucking, and the rest was history. And I ended up making a lot of money, and I just picked up everything and just drove across the country with like 6 or 7 boxes, put them all in the truck, and took everything to Phoenix. And it was crazy because when I was in Phoenix, I was living in a skyrise apartment. My rent was about $3,000 a month. And I never in my life thought that I could afford something like that. I never thought that I could live that type of way. And my quote that I love to live by is seeing possibility increases probability, because the more you are able to see, the more you are able to do. A lot of people, you know, question, oh, why are you moving into an apartment? That's an awful investment, and, you know, go buy a house and things like that. But I just see life different. I'm not afraid to spend money. I'm not afraid to make money. I'm not afraid to take risk. I'm not afraid to buy experiences, because at the end of the day, when you get money, it doesn't really change your life per se. It changes your perception of time. So if you go from making $20,000 a year and you go to making $150,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year, your perception of time is going to be a lot different, because now you're going to be experiencing things at a faster rate. When I moved into that apartment, I didn't know if I was going to be able to afford it for a whole entire year. I had faith that I would be able to, but I didn't know how I would be able to, because that was just $3,000 a month just for the rent. I still had utilities and all these other things to pay. But I just put my faith in God, and I told God what I wanted, and I put the work in behind what I wanted, and I manifested it. And living in that apartment really taught me a lot of things. I met a lot of people. I met professional athletes. I met doctors, lawyers, business owners, salesmen. I had a lot of conversations with a lot of people, because when you live in a community like that, everybody making money. So just a small conversation on the elevator can turn into a lifelong relationship. A small conversation on the elevator can turn into some life-changing information, and that really happened to me. And now that I'm moving, and now that I got to see that lifestyle, I was living across the street from the Footprint Center, the Suns Arena. I went to concerts, I went to games. You know, I had my fair share of crazy nights in that apartment. But it's not about how much money I spent. It's not about none of that, because I got to live crazy. I lived a crazy lifestyle. I've seen a lot of crazy things, and living in that apartment helped me transition into this new journey that I'm in. And it was just a leap of faith that I took that I wasn't expecting myself to take. Because when I moved out to Phoenix, I started meeting people. I started having conversations. My energy changed. My perception of time changed. Everything changed. And just taking that small little leap of faith, well, it wasn't small, but taking that leap of faith, it led to so many things. And it's not always about knowing what's going to happen at the end. It's just knowing what's going to happen at that next step and how to get to that next step. And then that next step going to lead to another step. And then you're going to look back and you're going to be like, dang, man, I started all the way at point A. Now I'm all the way at Z. And then once you get to Z, you're like, man, I'm done with this chapter. Now it's time to start all over at point A again. So I'm moving out of Phoenix. I got rid of trucking. I'm changing my lifestyle. I'm changing my habits. I'm changing my mindset. I'm changing a lot of things in my life, and I just want people to understand, like, never be afraid to change, because every time you change, you get a new capsule of just wisdom, information, connections, money, energy. And when God sees that you're willing to make sacrifices, He's going to continue rewarding you, because He understands that you understand that pain doesn't really mean pain. Pain means that there's a gain. You understand that suffering doesn't really mean that you're suffering. It means that you're in preparation for a new blessing. And He understands that those who make sacrifices for the current moment or in the current moment are always going to accomplish great things and be able to lead people to great destinations. So I'm just blessed that I was able to live this story. I'm blessed that trucking was brought to me. I'm glad that I was able to travel all the places I traveled. I'm glad I was able to meet all the people I was able to meet. I'm glad I was able to make all the money I was able to make. I'm glad I was able to do all of these things, because I understand at 25 years old, what I'm doing is far beyond my time. At 25 years old, what I'm doing is just groundbreaking. It's generational. I'm changing the generations after me. And it's just a blessing being able to capture these moments in time and see what it's really like looking back. So I'm moving out of Phoenix, man. I just want to, share with people, never be afraid to take risks, take leaps of faith, and do things you've never done before, because doing things you've never done before really lead to learning things you've never known before. So that's it, man. It's a new chapter for me. A lot of exciting news, a lot of exciting things on the way, and I'm just grateful to be here, man. So they didn't believe in us. God did. I'll see you on the next one, man.